All right, everyone, I want to go over this handout as I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. You're recording the consumption of one of the following: fuel, energy, water, or garbage, and you're not doing all of them. For fuel, you're logging every single trip that you make for a whole week. Every time you get in the car, every time you get out of the car. So you're not going to just total all of the miles you drove in a day. You're going to write down every single trip that you took. So it would be something like you wake up, you go to the gym, you come home, you go out again to work, you come back, you go to a friend's house. From the friend's house, you go to your mom's house. From your mom's house, you go home. And each of those trips you're going to mark down. So that would be 4 trips: a starting point, an ending point, and the miles driven. And then you're going to tally up for every day the total miles for the day and the total gallons of fuel you used for that day. And to calculate that, I give you some instructions on how you calculate the miles per gallon. Okay. So for energy, it's every single thing that you've turned on with a switch. Okay. So I wouldn't bother with the air conditioner, the refrigerator. They run 24/7. But for your ceiling fan, for instance, if you leave that thing on all the time and you have the power to turn it on and off and you leave it on, you're putting the date, ceiling fan, 24/7, and then you're going on here to calculate how many kilowatts that is. And then for every day, you're going to log the kilowatts you used for every single thing you've turned on. Okay. If your hand is on a power switch, that's what you're charging. Okay. Your phone charger, your computer, you're charging your computer, your television. It's going to be gray areas when like someone's already watching TV and you walk in the room and now you're watching it too. Leave it up to you how you want to record that. But for the most part, if you're at work and you turn on a light for a bathroom for 30 seconds, you're logging that because it's the power that you're using and it does add up. For water, it's more than just a shower or brushing your teeth. I mean, you really have to think about every time you flush a toilet, every time you wash your hands, when you cook, using water to, mop a floor or clean a countertop, or anytime your hand is on a faucet, you are logging that, no matter where you are. Okay? And then these are the calculations depending on which kind of faucet you're using. And at the end of the day, you're going to tally up all of the gallons that you used. And then for garbage, you're listing everything that you're throwing away that you know could have been recycled and you don't have the ability to do that. And then at the end of, every time you're throwing out a bag of trash, you're going to log it. So maybe in your household, while you might have 4 people in your household, and all 4 of you are accumulating the trash, you're still going to log that. And maybe you are the one that decides to throw out the garbage for the week so that you're monitoring when it's getting thrown out. Okay? Here's some ideas on how you're going to remember to do this. And make sure, an easy way to do it is to just use your cell phone and pull it out and put it on a Google Doc or texting it to yourself or some way. You could even make the log sheet in a Google Doc and then pull it up off your Google. All right, so that's how you're going to do this. And so I should see the proper dates of when the log sheet begins and ends. Every single thing that you're using for fuel, energy, water, or garbage that you're throwing away, using water for, energy for, or fuel for. And at the end of each day, I should see some kind of tally here. All right. And for garbage, you're not really tallying anything. It's because there's no need. I don't think you're throwing away too many things that would be recycled. All right. I hope that really helped. And if you have any other questions, send them my way. Thanks so much for watching.